Things are gonna get better now. But you're still a drunken slob.
Yes, things are going to get better now because you are listening to the greatest show on the internet, Headbangers and Hooligans. And as always, thank you for listening. Yours truly, Scumalicious. We're getting after it. Top 50 albums of all time, number 20. And I say this every time. I don't know why. I just can't help myself. Can you believe we're already at number 20? Where in the fuck did this year go? Someone want to tell me that? Where'd it go? Number of the Beast. And this album is a beast. The debut album for Bruce Dickinson on vocals. You know I love Paul Di'Anno. But no more. This is when Iron Maiden went from a small venue, small club band to the big arena band. And that whole decade, you can't go wrong with any Iron Maiden album. Some people, some hardcore fans, they love Somewhere in Time. Other fans love Peace of Mind, Power Slave, even Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. But this bad boy, Number of the Beast, for me, yeah, that's the special one. It's not my favorite, because my favorite doesn't have Bruce Dickinson as the lead singer. Ooh, boy, there's some juicy information for you. Oh, I wonder, what album is he talking about? I don't know why you do shit like that, because I've already gave it away. But, yeah, it's up pretty high, that album. Somewhere around the top 10 or so. Number of the Beast, 1982, EMI Records. Yes, that same record label that Johnny Rotten made fun of off Nevermind the Bollocks. So we got Bruce Dickinson on vocals, the guitar duo, as always, of Adrian Smith and Dave Murray. Bass, Steve Harris, still one of the greatest bass players of all time, in my opinion. And of course, Clive Burr. This would be his last album on drums. He would be replaced by Nico McBrain on Peace of Mind. And I've read this a lot online, and I've seen it on YouTube videos, where Clive Burr, so much better than Nico McBrain. Really? I don't see that or hear that. I mean, to each their own. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I think they're both really good. But I seen a video, and this guy said, just imagine Peace of Mind with Clive Burr on it. And I'm like, okay. I don't see the huge difference that some people do. Great drummer, and rest in peace, by the way. I like both of them. They're both good drummers. All right. We kicked this album off with Invaders. Invaders, dun, pillaging. Invaders, dun, looking. Of course, you got the crazy bass line from Steve Harris, like he does on every song. And he writes most of their songs. And I know I've mentioned this before too. What an amazing songwriter. I mean, all the epic songs that he writes, like Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, that's 13 minutes long on Power Slave, that has 12,000 different tempo changes, the lyrics, just so fucking talented. And I do like the verses more than the chorus on Invaders. Longboats have been sighted, the evidence of war has begun. Many Nordic fighting men, their swords and shields all gleam in the sun. And with Iron Maiden, you know what kind of shit you're going to get. We're going to get battles and planes, bombing people, and just all kinds of shit goes on with Iron Maiden. We went into the future on Somewhere in Time. Power Slave, you're in the tomb, and you're a warrior with your giant sword. Kind of like the Dio thing, the fantasy shit, Dungeons and Dragons. We loved that shit back in the 80s. That was metal. Second song. Oh, I love this song. And I'm telling you, Children of the Damned. We got a lot going on in this song. Got the nice little clean intro, right? And then you get the verses and your chorus, and then in the middle we get the dual lead guitar that Dave Murray and Adrian Smith do better than anybody. Seriously. But just like such a really good song. Iron Maiden, and it's not a ballad, okay? Iron Maiden doesn't have ballads. You know, it just starts soft and then it builds, you know, as it keeps going along. He's walking like a small child, but watch his eyes burn you away. I couldn't help myself. I just wanted one little chance to show you that, you know what, you're not bad. I mean, you still suck as a singer, Scummalicious, but you try. You give forth a lot of effort, and we appreciate that, right? That's what you're thinking. Or are you saying, would you shut the fuck up and just tell us about the album? I gotta say it again, sorry. He's walking like a small child, but watch his eyes burn you away. Now he's standing on his last step. He thought oblivion, well, it beckons us all. Children of the damned, dun 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 dun. Children of the damned. As my voice cracked. Yep. So obviously I'm more Diano than I am Dickinson, but just a classic Iron Maiden song. It has all the elements, except for the galloping guitars. We don't get the galloping guitars in this song. But trust me, they make up for that later. Because that's what they do. They're such gallopers. Alright, so song 3. The Prisoner. Very, very interesting song. And I don't think it gets talked about enough. And that's why I'm here. To talk about it. It starts out with these guys talking, these English guys. And maybe it's from a movie or something. I don't know what movie. But it starts out, we want information. Information. Who are you? The new number 2. And then he says a couple other things. And the guy says, I am not a number. I am a free man. Ha 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 ha. That's the best I could do for an evil laugh. And then the intro, it's just Clive Burr and the guitar. Dun, dun, dun. And he does these little nice drum fills. Now that part there, I could see why people would fall in love with Clive Burr, because he does sound pretty good on that one. And yeah, Iron Maiden's really good at mixing up their intros. You know, sometimes they give the little speech, or they'll have some evil guy talking. It's kind of cool, especially when you're a teenager. You're like, wow, these guys are so evil and demonic and crazy. So we get the little intro, Clive Burr, the guitar, and then we get to the main riff. I'm on the run, dun, dun, dun. I kill to eat. I'm starving now, feeling dead, on my feet. And then it continues, but the chorus, oh my goodness, it's the epic Iron Maiden chorus. You know, big, huge, powerful melody, and of course Bruce Dickinson. What the fuck? Come on, Scummy, get it together. Bruce Dickinson. You know, the huge vocals, and it's perfect. Not a prisoner, I'm a free man, and my blood is my own now. Not a prisoner, I'm a free man, and my blood is my own now. You better scratch me from your black book. And yeah, he does it way better than I do, you know. But, like I said before, I put forth the effort. Good sound effects. Alright. So far we got Invaders, decent intro track. It's okay, but Children of the Damned, really good. Prisoner, really good. So now we're getting to song 4, which is the last song on the first side because, yes, I have this on cassette. And you know that's how I do it. If the album I'm reviewing is on cassette, that's how we review it. And we get the classic 22 Acacia Avenue. Very interesting song here. I don't know if a lot of people know this. Hardcore Iron Maiden fans know, but you know, all of you fans that liked Iron Maiden because of Run to the Hills and that's it, you assholes. We don't want you around anyway, you fair-weathered fans. But it is actually a continuation of the song Charlotte the Harlot off their debut album Iron Maiden that Paul Di'Anno sang on. And yes, 22 Acacia Avenue, he's singing about a hooker. See, that's another reason why I like Paul Di'Anno. And I see it in all the videos too, in the interviews when people talk about Paul Di'Anno. Well, we liked him because he was like the street punk, you know, and, you know, he sung about hookers and drugs. Well, yeah, no wonder people fucking liked him. So, the lyrics, though, great lyrics as always. If you're feeling down, depressed, and lonely, I know a place where we can go. 22 Acacia Avenue. Meet a lady that I know. So if you're looking for a good time, be prepared to pay the price. That is so fucking awesome. It really is, because you would never picture Iron Maiden now singing about hookers. Yeah. You know, no Greek mythology or fantasy or swords and evil spirits and demons. No, we're talking about hookers. I just think it's kind of funny. You go ahead and giggle. But, you know, that first side, it's Iron Maiden. You know, you get the long, epic verses, you know, dual guitar. We haven't really done the galloping guitar yet, but it's coming. And then, you know, crazy drum fills. They're just a super technical band, but the songs are still really good. Because a lot of technical bands, they can play their instruments, but no one listens because no one gives a fuck about the song. But that's what makes Iron Maiden great, the songs. We remember them. So we flip the cassette over, side B, or side 2, however you want to do it. It's the Number of the Beast. And what is great about this song? Well, of course, Vincent Price talks before the song. Woe to you, O earth and sea, for the devil sends the beast with wrath, because he knows the time is short. Let him who hath understanding reckon the number of the beast. For it is a human number. Its number is 666. Ding, ding, ding. And you know that iconic guitar riff kicks in. Ding, ding, ding. I left alone. My mind was blank. I needed time to think, to get the memories from my mind. What did I see? Could I believe? And yeah, then we get Bruce Dickinson just fucking killing it, right? And of course, later on in the verse and then into the chorus, in the mist, dark figures move and twist. Was this for real or just some kind of hell? Sex, the number of the beast. Hell and fire was spawned to be released. I mean, so fucking good. And this was before, you know, the PMRC thing with Tipper Gore and the explicit lyric sticker. But, you know, when they had the big Congress, you know, the meetings in Congress about all this, you know, bad music that the kids were listening to, Number of the Beast was on there, you know, because, oh my God, the kids that listen to that, they're worshiping the devil. And, you know, and it's just like, you fuckers, like, and politicians, come on, they're the most crooked fucking people on the face of the earth. And they're worried about what kids are listening to. Meanwhile, like, the politicians that's telling you, you can't be listening to that kind of music, you know, that night they're going out snorting coke, buying fucking hookers, and doing all kinds of shit behind people's back, right? I mean, it was so ridiculous, the whole thing, but yeah, it's a great song, though. That, you know, and Number of the Beast, it is that important because just for that song, and then this one, Run to the Hills, like, that's the first memories of Iron Maiden for a lot of people, and they should be. They're fucking amazing songs. And when you hear those songs, you think heavy metal, right? That is metal. That ain't fucking Poison or all the glam bands, you know, with their looking like fucking women. This is true metal, right? Like, give me a fucking sword, because I'm about ready to fucking chop somebody's heads off, alright? Not heads, head. I don't know why I said heads. Well, it was a two-headed demon, that's why. Alright, Run to the Hills. And if you've ever seen the video, it's in black and white, and it shows cowboys and Indians. And we know how it starts, right? Clyde Bird, right? And then you get the crazy guitars. One man came across the sea. He brought us pain and misery. He killed our tribes. Man, but this is the song where you get the galloping guitars, right? And then, of course, it was all over after that, right? Then we get it on the Trooper, and they were so fucking good at it. Dave Murray and Adrian Smith, just, you know, the complex songs, structures, the speed, I never get tired of listening to them play. I really don't. And Run to the Hills, that iconic chorus, right? Run to the hills, run for your lives. Yeah, those are some pretty cool sound effects, I know. But you get it, you understand. And just picture that. Picture kid, about 11, and seeing that for the first time. I'm like, this is so fucking cool. I want big spiked wristbands like he does. Mom, I want spiked wristbands. You're no fun. You bought me the alien costume. I want to look like Bruce Dickinson, man. I didn't have the alien costume, but I did have the little figure. And I'm not kidding. I always wondered about that. I'm like, Mom, why are you buying me the fucking alien? And you'd pull, like, they had a button on the back of it, and you know, like the real alien where that other mouth comes out. It had that. You push the button, and then the extra set of teeth would come out. Why did my mom buy me that for Christmas? Mom, you bought me Alien. Did you watch the movies? They fucking ate everybody. Are you sending me a message? Just wondering. Anyway, Run to the Hills, amazing song. Still so influential. Okay? That's just my opinion. And there's 50,000 subgenres in heavy metal now. I get that. But trust me, those galloping guitars, Iron Maiden, they are the originators. And then we get to the seventh song, or third song, second side, Gangland. My least favorite track on the album. It's not terrible by any means. And I really hate saying this, because Iron Maiden usually doesn't have these, but it does feel like a filler. It does. It feels like a filler. Dead Men Tell No Tales. In Gangland, Murders Up for Sale. Dead Men Tell No Tales. In Gangland, where jailbirds die. You know, and it's just like even the title Gangland. This just doesn't feel like an Iron Maiden song. You know, it just feels like, okay, we only have 7 songs, so let's write another one. And trust me, when you think of Iron Maiden, you never think of filler songs. And then we get to the final, the last song. And you really can't get better than this as far as closing out an album. Hallowed Be Thy Name. Holy fucking shit. I'm actually trying to learn this on guitar right now. And I said this before about some of the other songs, but seriously, this does have everything that you get in an Iron Maiden song. I don't know, it's like 7 or 8 minutes long. The crazy vocals, you know, epic verses, and and of course the intro. And it sounds like, you get the bells going, right? And Bruce Dickinson, I'm waiting in my cold cell when the bell begins to chime. And it's so cool, that guitar riff. And by the way, I was watching the Iron Maidens, the women that do all the Iron Maiden songs. God, they do a really good job on that song. Just saying. Just giving the ladies a little love right there. And then we get into the verses. Can it be that there's some sort of an error? Hard to stop the surmounting terror. Is it really the end of some crazy dream? And then towards the end of the song, when you know that your time is close at hand, maybe then you'll begin to understand life down there is just a strange illusion. You know, that dual fucking rhythm guitar, and they're not. And I say this all the time. It's cool to be the Ramones. It is. You know what? You bash out 3 fucking chords, and you write it in 5 minutes, and everybody loves it. It's cool, but it's also cool to hear talented musicians. Guys playing single notes together, and it's not easy. Iron Maiden, especially Dave Murray and Adrian Smith, they make it look easy, but it's not. And then at the end, of course, we get, yeah, 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 hallowed be thy name. It's an amazing song. And what a fucking amazing album. 8 songs, that's it. That's what Metallica should have done on their Hardwired album. I know, I've already said that about 5 or 6 times, but I'm going to say it again. Anyway, if you haven't heard this album, which I find that hard to believe, come on, it's Number of the Beast. But, just in case you're a newbie, go to YouTube, listen to it. What a great album to listen to on a Friday anyway. Number of the Beast. It's got everything you need. Alright. Back on Monday, of course, for a Metal Monday, but do me a favor. Have a great weekend. A safe weekend. Come back on Monday. I'm here to take care of that hangover. So, take it easy. And if it's easy, take it twice. I'm out.